my name is Eric Rom. I am the creator of the very instrument that you may be holding in your hands right this moment, the Legend Copper Flute. So over the course of these videos, we are going to go from wherever you're at right now musically, even if you have never touched an instrument in your entire life. And we are going to go all the way to you being able to play and improvise your very own music over backing tracks, and not just remembering what to play, not reading what to play off of a sheet music or something like that. You are going to be playing what comes to your mind, what comes to your heart, what comes to your spirit in that moment. Now, if you've already pulled this out of the box, maybe you're saying, hey, the very first thing we should be addressing is why does this seem a little loose, right? Oh no, what's going on? We're going to be setting it up, don't worry. But before we get to that, I want to address something that's actually even more important, and that is the belief that you have in yourself. The belief that you can absolutely go from where you're at right now to playing your own music, making it up as it comes to you, playing what feels right in that moment. Yes, even in just a couple weeks. And I know that internally, that can seem almost too much of a leap, that it's easy to send your brain all these signals of, I'm not so sure about that. No. I want to just reassure you, you've already taken this huge leap of faith, this trust, and this huge signal to yourself that yes, you can do it by ordering your own Legend, by bringing this one-of-a-kind, unique. The one that you have is one of a kind. The patina, I won't go into it all now, but this is all natural. There's no paint here. This is truly the one you have is one of a kind. And it is in your possession because you knew that you could do this. And so I just want to congratulate you and then re-encourage you. And I have seen people come before and be unsure and be brand new and think it was maybe I can, maybe I can't. And they believe in themselves and they come out the other side and they are playing their own beautiful music. And it is an amazing thing. And it's the future that I absolutely see for you. So believe in yourself and I am going to believe in you. Know that anything worth doing might be a little fumbly at first, but that is part of the process. So get ready for a challenge, a journey, something that's fun, that's going to stretch you, and that's going to open up an entire new world to you. If this is your first instrument, welcome to the world of being a musician. And if this is the first time that you are approaching maybe improving and playing your own kind of heartfelt music, well, welcome to that. It's like the other side of the coin. There are a lot of Legend owners out there who had played by reading music for years. And when they got the Legend, that was their first introduction to improvising, to playing their own music, to saying, forget the sheet paper, have this big dramatic moment, throw the sheet paper up into the air, and they're just still there as it falls down. It's just them playing their Legend flute to whatever they want to play in that moment, right? And that's the freedom that I want you to have and that you absolutely can have. So I believe in you, and I know that you, deep inside, also believe in you. So let's get started and let's get this thing set up properly. So as I alluded to earlier, you very well may have pulled your Legend out of the box and notice this right here, a little bit of a back and forth, side to side. And that is the first thing that we're going to get going. What that is that is compression just from the shipping. It gets jostled around, gets moved around. Be good to your Legend because it's just taken quite the ride to get to you. It's been all padded up, but this right here, as you'll see, what we use to keep a nice airtight seal in there can get compressed to the point that it's no longer doing its job properly. And so what we're going to do right off the bat is we're going to start fresh. So you can just pull that off there. Now, people have asked, why are you, I'm doing it real time with what it looks like, with one hand as well. People have asked, why do you use this Teflon tape? Why aren't you using a cork? And I'll tell you the reason is that I want you to have this instrument for life. And the problem with something like a cork is that it will dry out, and when that dries out and you've attached it with the thinnest cork possible, is going to add quite a chunk to this. And when that dries out and needs replacing, now ideally your grandkids or your great grandkids are stuck trying to track down a flute repair company, get back a hold of me, whatever it is, in that moment. If I'm still around, we're talking, I want this to be with you for years and years and years. But one thing that will always exist and always be able to form an airtight seal is this Teflon tape. It's pretty amazing feat of engineering. And so that's what led me to this. I was just thinking long term and what was always going to be around. To make sure that we're showing a complete setup, say from scratch, I'm also going to take out the top piece here out of the head joint, the mouthpiece. So I'm removing it here. I'm going to set this aside. I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm just going to unwrap it. So with this right here, I find the easiest way is to take this out here. Now you'll see on here there's a notch, and wherever there's a notch, same with the bottom, that means that you always want to put the notched end into the hole. And that way you are always just using one side to breathe, one side to slide in and out, just to kind of keep track of that. So I'm going to pull this out, try not to lose it. So I'm going to take the tape and I'm just going to hold that on there with my thumb. I'm going to pull it a little tight, and I'm still holding on my thumb. I just wrap around. Once I've wrapped around once or twice, I don't have to hold with my thumb anymore. I'm going to wrap around 5 times on this guy. And so you'll see that I pulled it and then just went like that. So that stuff goes nice and flat. I'll just put this back in so I don't lose it. And I've wrapped the Teflon tape around like that. So I'm just going to keep that same motion. I'm going to start it facing there. And as I push and spin, get it in there. And that's nice and firm. All right, next I have the flute body itself. And here's a tip I'll give about this. So you may go to break your Teflon tape and you end up with little strands. Once I've done that, I just hold it and break it again so I have a nice clean edge on there. I'm going to do the exact same thing here. I'm just going to hold it down with my thumb. I'm holding onto about 1/3 of it, and that way I can pull it. You can even hear it a little bit. Then I'm pulling it like that. And I'm doing 10. Same thing, I'm putting that on there. And you want to make sure that that is nice and clean. You don't want to have it going over the top of that edge. Otherwise it's going to change the sound, change the tuning, do all kinds of unknown things. And I'm going to do the same thing. I was wrapping it like this. So I'm going to start it going the opposite way I want it to end up. And there we go. And now it's on there. So now we have our flute. So you don't really want to hold it from there, but I just go to show you that it's nice and firm in there. All right, so that sounds good. Let's go ahead and get started.